Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is all about my evening favorites. I'm a huge fan of having little routines and rituals in the evening, especially after a long day. You know, I love indulging in skincare and just taking a bit of time out for myself to just wind down after a long day and indulge in a little pampering time. And I love to do things in the morning as well, but often it's quite hectic, and to be honest, I would always rather just have the extra time in bed. So I don't tend to do a lot in the morning, but during the evenings I really like to use that time to make sure I do my skincare routine and just take a little bit of time to myself. So I thought I'd lay out in this video exactly what I do. A lot of it is involving kind of my skincare products, but I'm going to be talking about my whole evening routine here. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and let's get started. This video is kindly being sponsored by Lily Silk. If you're not familiar with Lily Silk, they are a silk company. They have a whole website dedicated to all kinds of beautiful silk products. I'm featuring a couple of their products in this video, but they do everything from clothing to beautiful silk pajamas, silk pillowcases, eye masks, scrunchies, pretty much anything you can think of in silk. The silk is absolutely beautiful quality, and I do have a discount code with them as well, so you can get 12% off anything across their website with the code Amy12, which I will put on screen because I know I have a funny spelling to my name. So definitely one to look at if you're a fan of silk products. As I mentioned, I'm going to be sharing two here today, and they are absolutely stunning. So the first thing I do at the end of every day is cleanse. I am a big believer in the importance of cleansing, and I will often do this as soon as I can because I just hate the idea of makeup sitting on my face. So if I am wearing a full face of makeup with foundation and blush and everything, then I will often just use a makeup wipe to get the bulk of the makeup off. In terms of proper cleansing though, I have two cleansers that I use. So the first one is the Eve Lom cleanser, but whenever I use this, and I've been using it for about, gosh, 5 or 6 years now, not all the time, but it's always a cleanser I go back to because it's just so effective and I just love the whole kind of routine of it. But it is quite intensive in terms of time, so I always have another cleanser on the go for when I just don't want to do the whole routine or if I need to do it quickly. So I'm currently using the IS Clinical Cleansing Complex, which is really great. It's very lightweight and very quick to use as well. It leaves your face feeling very clean, but at the same time not overly tight. So if you want a really simple and just easy cleanser, then this one is a really good one. But I do love the Eve Lom one because it is it's just such an amazing practice to do, you know. So it is a balm type cleanser and it smells amazing. I absolutely love the smell of it. And basically you just massage it between your fingers and then put it on your face. Make sure to massage it in and take your time doing that, and there are different pressure points which they tell you to try and target. And then they also give you a muslin cloth, and then what you do is you wet the cloth with hot water and then place it over your face and breathe in and out for about 10 seconds at a time, and you do that 3 times. On the 3rd time you wipe your face clean, and then after that you rinse the cloth out with really cold water, and then you put that on your face to seal the pores. So it does take a little bit of time, but honestly if you do this consistently your skin just glows. So I absolutely love it, but as I mentioned, it does take a little bit of commitment, so I always have a more simple and slightly less time consuming cleanser on the go as well, but between these two I absolutely have all my cleansing needs. After I finish cleansing, I will usually tone, and the toner that I use is the SK2 Facial Treatment Clearing Lotion. I've used this product for, it must be going on 4 years now. I absolutely love it. I never used a toner before this. I've never tried another toner since. I'm just happy with this one, and there may be better ones out there, I have no idea, but I am very, very dedicated and committed to the SK2 line because I think it's fantastic and it's really helped keep my skin very consistent. And you know, my skin has ups and downs, but ever since I started using it, my skin's just been better in general. So I'm a huge fan of SK2, so I use the toner, and then I actually use the Glow Pro. So this is the Glow Pro by Beauty Bio. I've spoken about this before on my channel, and this is a micro needling tool, which is absolutely fantastic. I am totally hooked on this, so much so that I got my mum one for Mother's Day, and she loves it as well. It really is a great little tool, and lots of people hear micro needling and they think it's some scary invasive procedure, and you can get very in-depth kind of micro needling treatments in not salons, what they called, clinics, that's the one. This one is an at-home version, so it's not as invasive as that. It's perfectly safe to do at home. I use this between 3 to 4 times a week, and you basically just run it all over your face. And the idea is it creates micro tears in the skin, which allows your products to really absorb and actually be much more effective. So I'm a huge fan of this. There's all kinds of science behind it. I explained it in a very, very basic way, but I've been totally hooked on this ever since I got it, and it's the only beauty tool that I've actually been consistent with, because you can immediately tell a difference. So huge fan of this. And then as soon as I use this, I use my facial treatment essence, which is also from SK2 as well. I also love this product. This is another one that I've been using for 4 or 5 years now, and I don't think I'd ever be without it. So as soon as I use the Glow Pro, that's when your skin is a little bit pink and your kind of pores and skin are open, and so then I just pop this on and I just squirt it into the palm of my hand and then pat it on my face. After I apply my facial treatment essence, I like to give my skin a little bit of a break. I don't like to apply my serum directly on top because I feel like mixing and matching probably isn't the best thing, so I like to give my skin a few minutes to really soak up the essence, and in that time I usually change. And what I've been changing into are these pajamas that I got from Lily Silk. They are these absolutely stunning classic PJs. How beautiful are these? They come in a whole bunch of different colors. They have pale pink and all kinds of shades, but I really liked the navy blue, especially with the white piping, which I just think is so classic and elegant. They have white buttons all the way down the front, and then a little pocket at the top, and then also 2 pockets down at the bottom of the front. So beautiful. The silk is really beautiful quality as well. They just feel so luxurious, and I used to always wear sweatpants, but honestly something as simple as changing into a pair of kind of fancier PJs really makes everything feel so much more indulgent and luxurious, and I've just been completely obsessed with doing this. So my favorite thing is to change into these, finish up my skincare regime, and just kind of lounge around, and I've just been loving it. So such a huge fan of these. They also come with the matching bottoms as well, which have a drawstring on the back and then just tie at the waist. And then they just have the white piping on the bottom as well. So beautiful. I tend not to wear these to sleep just because I tend to really overheat, so I don't wear anything as much as like a full PJ set, but in terms of lounging, there is honestly nothing better. It really does just feel so indulgent and luxurious and just makes the evening feel a little bit more special, I think. So I have been loving these. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. After I change, I will usually head back to the bathroom, and generally speaking, that's about the time that I will brush my teeth. I wanted to talk about the toothpaste that I have been using, which sounds really strange because usually toothpaste isn't a particularly exciting thing, and like everyone else, I used to just get mine at the supermarket, but I tried this one upon recommendation and it is so good. So it's called Regenerate, and it's Enamel Science Advanced Toothpaste, and it's supposed to regenerate enamel mineral. And I don't know whether it does that because I'm not a dentist, so I can't tell, but I have seen a really big difference in terms of sensitivity and also whiteness. I also got a tube of this for my mum, who really suffers very badly from sensitive teeth, and she said she has felt such a dramatic difference. And she's also someone who's like very skeptical about things like this. She doesn't really like skincare that much, and she's just always very suspicious of new products, that she is hooked on this. So if you also suffer from sensitive teeth or otherwise just want a really good toothpaste, I definitely recommend giving this a try. I've been loving it. And then I finally get around to finishing up my skincare regime, and then I will use these 2 products usually, which are the IS Clinical Youth Eye Complex and the IS Clinical Active Serum. I'm a huge fan of IS Clinical. It's a brand I discovered a few months ago, and I've been hooked on their products ever since. They're extremely effective, and even though they don't have the fanciest packaging, they really, really do the job. I love the eye cream, and I'm a big believer in preventative measures when it comes to tackling the under eye area. I often feel like that's the area that ages the quickest, so I have been using this and really liking it. And then the serum is just the best thing ever. I am hooked on this. I can't remember whether this is my 2nd or my 3rd bottle, but either way, I have stocks of this stuff because it's so, so good. It really helps with pretty much every skin ailment you can think of, whether that is uneven texture, you know, smoothness, blemishes, just anything you think of, this really does help. I've seen such a change in my skin since I've started using it, and it's by far the best serum I've ever used. So huge fan of this, huge fan of the whole IS Clinical line in general. I've really been loving all the products I've tried from them so far, but I definitely wouldn't be without the serum. Fast forward to the end of the night now, and I have 3 standout products which I absolutely love to help me get ready for bed and hopefully get a really good night's sleep. The first of which are silk pillowcases. I'm a huge fan of silk pillowcases. I've spoken about them before on my channel, and they're just something that I really buy into. I've been using them for about 2 years now, and I know there are so many gimmicky beauty products out there, but I just really believe in the benefits of silk pillowcases. You know, I do think it helps with hair breakage, and obviously I don't know if they do help in terms of anti-wrinkle and anti-aging, but I'm certainly happy to make that investment because they're also just amazingly nice to sleep on. I really like having a cool pillow, and the silk is just so nice to sleep on. It feels very luxurious, it's very cool to the touch, and I do feel like I get a better night's sleep on a silk pillowcase. These are both from Lily Silk, and they're absolutely gorgeous. I have one on my pillow right now. I have been using these for best part of a month now. I have another one in the wash, and they're absolutely gorgeous. So silky soft. The quality is absolutely amazing, and I also think they're really good value for money. Some other competitor products out there are priced very highly indeed, but these are much more reasonably priced, and you can use the 12% off discount code on the silk pillowcases. I absolutely adore them, and I honestly don't think I will ever go back to using regular pillowcases. I love sleeping on them. I think it makes for just a more luxurious feeling sleep, but I also really think they have so many benefits as well. These come in a few different colors and sizes. I just have the standard pillowcase size, and I opted for just a kind of ivory white because I like to have quite neutral bedding, but they do a few different color options if you did like color bedding. But this is definitely a worthwhile splurge. I think I absolutely love mine. And then one of the last things I do at night is to moisturize. I do not like moisturizing in the morning or during the day because I don't like sticky limbs, and I do like very thick body creams because I get very dry skin, so I will always usually moisturize at night. And one of my favorites is the Suzanne Kaufman body butter. This is so thick and luxurious. I absolutely love it. It does have a strong fragrance. If you don't like scents, you probably won't like this, but the fragrance is it's kind of fruity and tropical. I also have the Jo Malone body butter, and I like that, but I find that the fragrance is a little bit too overwhelming, especially when I'm using it at night. So I love the fact that this is a little bit lighter, and I just love the consistency. It looks like a proper kind of souffle. It's so thick and creamy, and it just goes on, and your skin feels amazing afterwards. It also has more natural ingredients as well, which I love. If I can find something that works really well, which is more on the natural side, I am all about that, and I'm just a huge fan of this. It has really good reviews as well, which is why I tried it. I do think it lives up to the hype. It's just such a gorgeous body butter. Final thing I wanted to mention was an app on my phone. It's called Headspace, and I've mentioned it before. I'm a huge fan of it. It's a meditation app which I've been using for years now, but I bought a full subscription to it last year, and I loved it so much that I renewed it again for this year. And with a subscription you get access to their full library of guided meditations, and part of that are their sleep meditations. And I've never really been one that struggled to get to sleep. You know, I'm usually pretty tired from the day, so usually I will just conk out, but recently over the past couple of months I've just had a lot on my mind, and I've really struggled to kind of switch off my brain and just try and get to sleep quickly. So these have really been helpful, and you can choose from sleep casts to sleep music, and also wind downs, which is what I use. There are a whole bunch of different ones to choose from. I really like Good Night and Switching Off, and you can choose the amount of time that you use them for. So you can choose from 10, 15, 20 minutes. I only tend to use them for 10 minutes, and I've actually never gotten to the end of one because I always fall asleep before that. So would highly recommend if you struggle with getting to sleep or just struggle to wind down in general. I absolutely love these and would highly recommend. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I will leave links to everything I talked about here today in the description section, as well as that discount code for Lily Silk if you did want to check it out. But if you have any other questions for me, then leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in my next one. Bye.